Coming up on this week's show, we talk about all the returning cast and crew for Doctor Who Series 14. We talk about Russell T Davies returning, former producers, former Doctor Who stars also returning. The Sixth Doctor's got a new box set, and Jeremy Clarkson weighs in on what he thinks about Doctor Who. Weird, I know.
I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous.
I hope the ears are a bit less conspicuous this time.
You might be a doctor, but I am.
I'm a doctor, but probably not the one you expect.
Absolutely fantastic.
All of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will. Where do you want to start?
Hello everybody and welcome back to Bigger on the Inside, the new Who Doctor Who watch-along podcast. I'm Harry, joined as always by the affable, what does affable mean? I don't know, Tim Saxby.
What does affable mean?
I don't know, shall I look up affable?
I'd like it to mean something good.
I hope affable's a good word.
Is this microphone on? Is this the right microphone? It is.
Tim, you did that last week.
I know, well, the other week I worked out that we recorded a full episode with the microphone plugged in, but it was the laptop microphone that was picking up the audio.
Oh no.
But this one isn't. It's good.
Oh, that's
what
good.
What does affable mean then, Harold?
Oh yeah, affable. Affable meaning. Affable is a friendly, good-natured, or easy-to-talk-to person. Well, it's an adjective for someone who's friendly, good-natured, or easy to talk to.
Like Jonathan Ross.
Is Jonathan Ross? Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be affable to be a talk
Or David Suchet.
David Suchet.
Yes.
What makes him affable?
Well, would you not say he's affable?
I don't know, I don't know enough about David Suchet.
Should we do some Doctor Who news, Harry?
Yeah, number one, Jeremy Clarkson.
It's the 14th Doctor.
Oh, God.
Let's see what this TARDIS can really do. I don't know why I went Alan Partridge for some reason.
Let's see. No, he's been complaining about Doctor Who.
Jeremy Clarkson complaining?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
So out of character for him.
Yeah, but in a recent article he wrote for The Sun, he wrote,
there we go.
Doctor Who is no... What can I show you with Jeremy Clarkson? Doctor Who is no longer written to entertain or frighten kids. It's used to lecture them about climate change and corporate greed, and all the other go-to storylines in the BBC playbook. I don't think Jeremy Clarkson watches Doctor Who.
He hasn't watched it in at least a year.
Yeah, because Flux wasn't about climate change or...
Government greed.
Yeah.
I suppose the government greed stuff he's maybe gotten from... I can't remember what the character was called now.
Who?
The Donald Trump type guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, but he's not been in the show for like a year.
No.
So...
And what was the other one?
Climate change.
Climate change.
Orphan 55 is the episode I can think of that maybe addresses, and that, like, Plague one?
Maybe.
The one from Series 12. I don't think Jeremy Clarkson watches Doctor Who, basically.
Can you honestly imagine Jeremy Clarkson?
It's like every time you find comments about people complaining about how Doctor Who nowadays is like too much about political correctness messaging, like you can tell that those people haven't watched Doctor Who. People with the legitimate complaints about Doctor Who is always stuff about the time as child or the characterization of the companions or something like that.
Yeah.
It's never about...
Why are you shouting so loud?
Am I shouting?
Yeah, really loud.
I'm just really passionate about
Jeremy.
Doctor Who, Tim. More specifically, Jeremy Clarkson and the fact he's making baseless statements about Doctor Who that Sun readers will believe.
We get comments every week that are, well, this will finally kill the show. I'm not watching it anymore after this, or maybe I'll start watching it now. And I'm like, well, why? Why are you watching a video about something you don't watch? Because it's always on videos that are like an episode review.
Maybe it's like a hate watch thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hate watched the Diana musical on Netflix the other day for the second time because I was showing some. Listen. It wasn't originally my intention to hate watch either times. The first time I was showing it to a friend because I saw like a clip of it and it was awful, and they wanted to keep going. And this time it was just actually. They just wanted to hate watch it, and I was with them, so I was like, "Yeah, sure."
I haven't watched it yet.
Do you want to hate watch the Diana musical?
I've got a friend who has a mutual friend who worked on it.
Oh yeah.
Who like on the build up to it was like promoting it on his social media. My friend. And I was like, mate, this looks awful. Like,
I mean,
and he was like, yeah, but my friend's got a big part in it, and I don't think they were actors. I think they were like crew or something. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, obviously the reviews came out, and then I saw him after Christmas. I went, "So, did you watch Diana the musical?" He's like, "No, but I saw the clips, and that's all I want to see, and I've taken down all my posts."
I mean, it's like, as in, like, they didn't want to be associated with it.
Yeah,
I think it's like, I mean, I feel
Well,
bad.
I
I feel bad for the actors involved.
but they must know it's crap.
Well, I don't know because, well, I mean, I guess some of them.
Diana the musical, the name alone.
I mean, it's like, the thing is, they're not terrible actors. Like the people playing, like Charles and Camilla specifically, I think are really good. They have some good moments. And there are certain moments in the music that work, but my problem with it is that it's very one note. Like I can't count the amount of times that Diana does a reflective ballad on her life.
Oh, really?
And each time, not that much has changed to warrant a new ballad about her life. And it's very one note tonally throughout.
How do they do? How much of Diana's life do they do?
They go from, it's pretty much from her meeting Charles to the divorce.
Oh, so they don't do the death.
They do and they don't.
How do they do it?
Spoilers
for Diana the musical.
It ends.
This Doctor Who podcast.
It ends with Diana and with the Queen, and the Queen agrees that she can divorce Charles. I'm not sure if it was that cordial in real life.
And as Diana walks off the stage, the Queen undoes her coat and pulls out a sniper rifle and twists the end, and she goes, "Mwahaha!" And then there's a standing ovation.
It ends with Diana singing another ballad about how she's finally free to do what she wants, and maybe she'll have some more kids. Maybe she'll have a baby girl this time. And then it cuts to news leaders announcing her death as paparazzi cameras flash, and then she silently walks off stage. And then the whole ensemble sings like a really weird line about how someone's legacy lives on through what they did, and then it ends. It's strange. It's strange. And honestly...
But it's true. Hey, I can get over the way you love me like you do, but I've got to be sure
when you walk out that door. Oh, I want to be free, baby. Oh, I want to be free.
Do you think Diana was a fan of Queen?
There's actually a line in it, and early on, where Charles takes her on a date to see
We Will Rock You.
a cellist,
Yeah.
And then she just sings about how she prefers like 80s music artists, and says that I'd rather be watching Queen because Freddie Mercury would slay it. No, that's the worst thing is the lyrics. The lyricism is appalling.
Is it really bad?
I've never watched something with like worse songwriting. Like honestly, and the songwriting is such a low standard. Like, I mean, it's weird because like the people involved have done acclaimed work. I looked up like the guy who wrote the book has done like acclaimed, I think like either Tony nominated or Olivier Award winning work.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to recover from Diana because it's really poorly written.
Would you rather see Back to the Future the musical?
I would. Tim's wearing a shirt, the t-shirt for Back to the Future the musical.
Good t-shirt, isn't it?
It is a cool t-shirt. I like how colourful it is.
Yeah, no, it's maybe slightly too saturated, but it's okay.
I guess that's what it's going for.
Kapow! Wow, look at me.
Whoa, Doc, we're in the future! Wait, no, it's the first movie.
We're still here!
Marty, I gotta take you to the future! I'm like Beetlejuice, Marty! I'm like the genie from Aladdin, Marty!
What else is there, Harry?
Oh, news.
That was about Jeremy Clarkson and all that.
Yeah. I wonder if Jeremy Clarkson has watched the Diana musical.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure he wrote an article for The Sun about it. Let's see. What's next in the news? The Sixth Doctor box set. A new series of The Sixth Doctor has been released on the box set.
Oh, they did one of those cool trailers again.
Yeah, with the actor playing Perry, Nicola Bryant, coming out, which is her first time playing the role since leaving the show.
I think so, yeah.
On TV, at least.
Yeah.
On screen.
Yeah.
I feel like she's done it. She's done Big Finish.
Yeah.
She's probably done Big Finish.
I don't know for sure, but I would 100% say yes.
So yeah, basically, season 22 is on DVD on the.
I like
Blu-ray
these
now.
little trailers they're doing. They're good fun.
Yeah.
I like the Ace one they did with Sylvester McCoy, where
I thought that was.
where he's wearing a cloak.
That was no, that was the one before Ace.
No, it wasn't. It was Ace.
No, it was the one before Ace.
Oh no, it wasn't Ace.
It's Bonnie Langford.
Yeah, Bonnie Langford. Yeah, that was good. I feel people saw that and it cemented them that Sylvester McCoy could quite easily return to Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming Colin Baker wasn't in this new
No,
one?
he wasn't in it, I don't think. No.
Probably because Colin Baker probably couldn't play.
Yeah, he looks a lot different to how he did.
Yeah, he's changed a lot
Yeah.
since playing the Sixth Doctor.
I mean, yeah, because I think Sylvester's the only one where they've done those trailers and he's come back. Where
Yeah.
the actor who is the Doctor, it's usually the companions. I know they've done it with Kate Manning and stuff like that, and, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. I don't know what they'll do for the Tom Baker era.
I mean, Tom Baker...
I feel like they did that before they started doing the trailers, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe... I don't know. I mean, Tom Baker could do something as the curator, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like the curator.
Yeah.
Well, people like Tom Baker, so they want him to come back as the
Maybe
curator.
we'll get into that later.
Oh, is that a teaser for later on in the podcast?
Yes.
Oh.
What else do we have, Harold?
Pre-production on Series 14 has definitely
Have you
started.
missed something in between those two things, maybe?
Oh, heck, I did. A live subscriber count. We forgot to do this last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Sorry, we did forget to do it, and we did. I think I didn't include it on purpose because I couldn't remember what we said from the week before. But Harry, how many subscribers do you think we've got?
1,300?
1,405.
Whoa, we're nearly at 1.5.
Yeah.
Wow. Before long, we'll be at 2,000.
Yep. Go on, carry on.
That's crazy.
What else do we have? So subscribe, please.
Crazy. Thank you for listening. We've almost wow. When did people start being so interested in what we have to say?
I can't tell if this is sarcasm.
No, honestly, when did people get so interested in what we have to say?
I think it's just I don't know.
Okay, so next bit of news, but my god, I'm still being advertised pinafore dresses.
Did we talk about that last week?
Yes, look, it's back!
Why was you looking at them?
Because I was going out with a girl and some of my friends, and my friends wanted to know what she was wearing, and so I googled what she was wearing so I could send an image, and now it's like the only thing that Google advertises to me.
Okay, I'll try to believe that story.
What else is...
I think you want to wear one of those dresses.
We had this joke last week, Tim.
Yeah, well, I'm still saying it now.
And I'd still rock it.
You want to look like a 1930s waitress? You do that.
Is that what you think it looks like?
A little bit.
Okay.
No. That one there.
Yeah,
This doesn't work.
one
This is a visual gag.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Just pop an image of the pinafore dress up on the screen. But anyway, production on Russell T Davies' 14th Doctor era has begun. And basically, none of this is exactly new information, but it is information just kind of being all collated in one place, which is, firstly, Russell has confirmed that he has already written some of the episodes.
We knew that.
Yep. And also, his auditions for 14th Doctor has just begun.
Good. We'll talk about that again later as well.
Yeah. And then, most notably, the new news this week, Phil Collinson...
Wait, no, there's two bits of news. There's a script editor.
Oh, where's the script editor bit?
Pass it here.
I don't think it's on this.
It should be.
No.
Yeah, there.
Where?
News comes from the online... the news comes from online CV from the show's producer, Vicky McDowell. They've updated the article since I last sent it to you.
Yeah.
So there should be stuff on there about a script editor who's joining the show.
Okay.
The news comes from the online CV of show producer Vicky Dewal, D-E-L-O-W. Dewal, right in the middle of the screen.
Vicky DeLow.
Yeah. So she's going to be script editor, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But let's talk about the more exciting stuff.
Yeah. So Phil Collinson.
I didn't think he'd come back.
No, neither did I. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Now kind of like the whole 2005 Russell team is back. Russell, Julie, and Phil.
Yeah, I'm going on to Phil's IMDb.
Yeah, what makes you think that he's come back? I mean, I guess if you get a phone call from Russell saying, hey, want to come back, want to work with me again? I mean, who would turn down the opportunity to work with Russell T Davies on anything nowadays, let alone Doctor Who?
Pardon. So Phil's worked on It's a Sin.
Okay.
And he also worked on... That's it.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess if he...
So he worked on Doctor Who, then
Yes.
he did Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Then he did... He just says Coronation Street Tram Crash.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 50th anniversary thing.
And then he did Coronation Street 2010, 2013. And then he did Bandicroft. Which was an ITV drama.
That rings a bell.
Yeah. Good Omens, Gentleman Jack, The Watch, It's a Sin. And now he's going to be doing Doctor Who.
So he's been off doing very successful shows himself.
Yeah.
And he's coming back to Doctor Who to make the show another success.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool.
I didn't think he'd come back. I thought they'd maybe get some fresh blood in that regard, but the fact that he's gone on to do Good Omens, these big Amazon shows and stuff like that, it's good. I like.
Do you think that means that Doctor Who is going to go up to that kind of prestige level?
I would expect so with Phil, because I've only ever seen him through Confidential and a few very rare convention appearances.
Yeah.
And like, I think he's brilliant. You get the sense he really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe some producers recently in Doctor Who, maybe you look at the Moffat era. I couldn't tell you who produced that series.
I'd need to look at the end of the credits.
Like every series, and it's like one of those things where it's like I feel like they just try to keep the status quo of the Russell era,
kind of maintain that tone.
Yeah, I mean, like it built over season stuff, but I don't feel like the budget never really grew from series 5 to Matt's last episode. Really, there was no development there. But then you look at the development from series 1 to series 4. There's a big noticeable difference in how the show's produced.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Phil coming back on, you're going to see a lot of changes.
Yeah, totally.
It'll be good though. I'm excited. And Julie's coming back as well, and
because she's Rowan's Bad Wolf, doesn't she?
So literally, they're all coming back. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. There's no reason to be like worried about the fact Phil Collinson is coming back.
No, I feel like I can understand why people were apprehensive as much as people were excited when Russell was announced.
Were there people who were apprehensive?
Oh yeah, because they were like, we wanted fresh blood and we want to see somebody else take the show in a different direction rather than handing it back to somebody.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. But I feel like a producer's a slightly different role where they're not so much telling a story, but they're making it possible for bigger stories to be told.
Yeah.
Almost.
And it's not like these are like old hats who haven't worked in TV for years coming back to make the show as it was before.
Yeah, it's not like John
these...
Nathan Turner's come back or anything like that.
Yeah, like these are people who have been working in the TV industry since leaving Doctor Who, and they've been growing and evolving with the industry.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna come back to Doctor Who and make Doctor Who something that fits in 2020.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. They left Doctor Who and then went and evolved within television, and then they're going to come back to the thing that they really sort of established them, and then make that as successful as the other properties they've done. That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
To that. I'm hoping it's going to have the same feel as 2000. I know it won't be the same characters, maybe not. But I feel like if it's got that same feel as the 2005 stuff, but with the budget and the look of modern day, Around the World in 80 Days and stuff like that, it's going to be fantastic.
I mean, watching Russell's recent stuff like Years and Years and It's a Sin, it's hard. I know it's going to sound a bit like wanky saying this, but it's like there's a certain energy to those shows, a certain like liveliness and like life to the characters and the world that feels very big and impactful, and yet at the same time ultimately identifiable and relatable. And I feel like, that kind of magic touch that Russell and that team has, that's clearly not gone anywhere. I feel like it's definitely going to be recognisable tonally.
Do you think it's going to be... I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking... Because I feel like people still call Doctor Who a kids' show.
I think of it as a family show,
right?
Yeah. I saw something even from like the classic run of the show where people are like, no, this isn't made by the children's department, it's made by the drama department.
Do you feel like they should really push the family show aspect of it more? Or do you think now that Russell and Phil as well have gone on to do these drama programs, that now this is going to be more drama based and maybe more not grown up, but more maybe a later scheduling and stuff like that?
What I anticipate is that the show will present itself in a similar way to shows like Good Omens or Around the World in 80 Days, which is it's a prestige program, it's high caliber production, high caliber talent, best people, although it's also something that the whole family can sit around and enjoy. Because I feel like the show right now doesn't... I wouldn't know how to categorise it, because I don't feel like it is exactly the same category in its branding as shows like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Good Omens is kind of the best example because it's kind of one of the closest things to Doctor Who that's been on TV recently that isn't Doctor Who.
Yeah. Because it has Doctor Who in it.
Yes,
Michael
Sheen. I'm glad we both thought that joke.
I was thinking of Jack Whitehall.
Oh yeah, Jack Whitehall was
with
it?
his dad as a companion.
What would you feel about Jack Whitehall as the Doctor?
That would be the worst thing that could ever happen.
It's not going to happen though because he's in America now.
I think it's going to be James Corden.
I find it.
Oh, hello. Oh, sorry, Dalek. Oh, and then it's a snap cut, and then they're both in the TARDIS singing along with him and the Dalek. A Dalek in the front passenger seat, and James Corden.
They're gonna give the TARDIS a steering wheel just so James Corden can drive. But then you go in the aerial shots, you can see like a cable holding onto the TARDIS, and like a truck is driving it through the time vortex.
That would be terrible.
Doctor Who in the TARDIS.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that song.
Doctor in distress.
Sending out
an SOS.
I only saw that for the first time last year. That music video, and heard the song. Harrison played it for me, and I was like, "This is god awful."
Well, they were trying to do like a Band-Aid thing, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like Doctor Who stars band together
Like,
to save Doctor Who.
Nicholas Courtney in it, and he's like, "Nah, this is." I mean, I like Doctor Who, but if it got cancelled, I don't think
I feel like there's not a worse way to save your favourite TV show than because Band-Aid was about the famine in Ethiopia, you know? That was like a really important cause that
but what's
warranted all
more
these big
important
names.
than the famine in Ethiopia? The future career of Colin Baker.
Colin Baker's done fine.
Has he done as well as famine in Ethiopia? Who's to say? Let's carry on with Harry's pissing himself.
No, I'm not. That's I'm not going to comment on that.
Let's carry on.
I'm not going to comment.
Should we talk about the big news of the week, Harry?
Yeah, Judi Dench is not the 14th Doctor.
I forgot about this. Go on.
Yeah, so basically, someone asked Judi Dench...
It's a name that gets thrown around randomly now and again, Judi Dench.
Yeah.
With Helena Bonham Carter and Tony Blair.
Yeah, and basically when she was asked if she played a Doctor, after a fairly long pause, where she and the person who asked shared battle
Stephen
glances...
Fry, I think.
I think it was Kieran Hines.
No idea.
Oh no, wait, that was her co-star in Belfast. This because she's doing the press tour for Belfast.
Okay. The City?
The movie.
Oh.
The Kenneth Branagh film. Apparently it's very good.
Okay.
But anyway, they exchanged battle glances and she replied, "Well, how am I going to be able to get about?"
What?
As in if she was the Doctor.
What? Read the full thing.
Okay, well... Jodie was asked by a viewer who wrote into the show if she would take on the role of the Doctor when Jodie departs. After a fairly long glance where she and Kieran shared baffled glances, she replied, "Well, how am I going to get about?" Or as the co-stars burst into giggles, host Alex Jones insisted, "You'd have a TARDIS, you'd be fine." However, Dame Judy, who owned the show, said she'd be up for doing anything, said for the Doctor Who role, "I think I might pass. I'd have to get someone to do the stunts for me. That wouldn't be any good, would it? I'm not up to it, I'm afraid."
Does Judi Dench understand how acting works? Does Judi Dench do her own stunts now?
I mean, yeah, but like the Doctor as a character is, notorious for doing a lot of running about, isn't they?
But why?
Isn't they? That was bad grammar.
But how would she get back? Does she not know what the TARDIS is?
Look, Judi Dench is the Dame. She's like on Oscar. She can do whatever she wants.
There's been dames in Doctor Who.
Yeah, but not as the Doctor.
Yeah, but they still know what a TARDIS is.
No, does Judy watch Doctor Who?
I don't think Judy probably watches much television. I don't think
she's too busy working.
I feel she's probably. I feel like there's a certain class of actor where they get to the point where they just don't watch what's on telly.
Yeah, I know Eccleston doesn't do that. Christopher Eccleston said it because he knows how making TV works. It feels like he's watching work when he watches TV.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for Dodger?
No.
He's playing
Fagin, isn't he? Is he doing a Cockney accent?
I think so. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Fagin.
Yeah.
You got to pick a pocket or two, boy. You got to pick a pocket or two.
It's going to be on CBBC.
Oh, it's a CBBC show.
Yeah, I thought it was a BBC.
Yeah.
But it looks like one of those things that you could easily get away with watching it as an adult.
Do you know that Professor Brian May is making his TV debut?
I mean, he's been on TV before.
No, as in his acting TV debut.
Oh, really? His acting debut?
He's gonna play like the god of rock and roll or something in a CBBC show.
Oh, good on him. I like that.
I think he'll like rock up and do the Bohemian Rhapsody solo.
Do you think so?
Maybe. And he probably won't be allowed to do the Bohemian Rhapsody solo. Actually, no. It's his solo. He can probably do it, right?
I was gonna say they also use Flash on a frigging Gaviscon advert.
Yeah, and I bet Queen get mad bucks royalties for that.
Well, do you know the first thing that Queen ever licensed their song out to?
What was that?
The Muppets. When
Really?
they did their Bohemian Rhapsody video.
Really?
That was
That's
like the first thing, yeah.
Yeah, because I know for Rocky 3, Rocky wanted to use Another One Bites the Dust for the montage, but Queen said no.
Rocky wanted it, the character Rocky.
As in the movie, the people behind it. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone wanted Another One Bites the Dust, but Queen said, nah, man, that's like the biggest song in the world right now. You can't have that. And so they got Survivor to write Eye of the Tiger instead.
Which is better.
I think for Rocky 3, Eye of the Tiger is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Eye of the Tiger not in Rocky 1?
No, it wasn't. It first appears in the start of Rocky 3.
Ah.
The first two movies just have. Oh, I was not ready to go that high.
I've seen those steps.
Have you?
Yeah.
In Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Did you run up them?
Born and raised on the playground is
Where
where
I
I
spent most of my days chilling out, relaxing, old school. And I was shooting some b-ball outside of school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood. I fired a gun and now a crime lord's after me.
Have you seen the trailer for this?
That's what I was referencing.
It's awful, isn't it?
I don't know if it's... I don't know who's...
I don't understand why it has to be Fresh Prince. Why not just change all
that's
the
the
characters'
thing.
names
It doesn't-
and the location and it's something new?
Yeah, and I know Will Smith's producing, but I just can't help but question who's the audience for this new show. Because Fresh Prince of Bel-Air isn't just that basic plot synopsis.
Yeah.
It's like a tone. It's, you know,
Will
it's a
Smith-
fun sitcom. Also, I feel bad, like, there's now this, like, up-and-coming actor who's playing a character called Will Smith.
Do you think he's going to get stuck with the same Will Smith problem that Will Smith and Carlton had?
Yeah.
Which is the fact that Will Smith called his character Will Smith because he knew everybody was going to call him by his character.
Yeah. I think they should put the Carlton dance in.
I think he should be playing Fortnite at some point. And he goes, "Hey, that's a good idea."
Like, they do. Is the Carlton dance an emote in Fortnite? It probably is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, isn't that didn't who plays Carlton?
Alfonso
Ribeiro.
Yeah.
He was like, I think he tried to sue Fortnite because he claimed that they copied the dance.
Well, I think they do actually. There was a period of time where Fortnite did do that. Like,
Yeah.
took dances without.
Oh,
Because I guess it's hard to copyright a dance move.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Really? What's the Tim?
Oh well, it goes like this. Whoa! Look at me move.
Holy shit! Wow. Oh my god! How do you do that?
Exactly right.
Wow.
Any more news?
Yeah. Another casting thing. David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. Okay, so basically, there's been a rumor. Well, not a rumor, a leak.
Alfonso Ribeiro withdraws Fortnite lawsuit for Carlton dance.
I thought we were going to talk about the big news.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Go
on. Is this not going to be one of those ones you make into a separate video?
It might actually be, yeah. So let me set a timer up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we can know
So here's the thing. Here's the thing for you fellas who don't listen to the long videos. I mean, who do listen to the long videos and not the small ones. Although I think most people just listen to the small ones. Yeah. But Tim, what he likes to do is there are certain articles each week and topics where he's like, this is going to be one of the short videos. And Tim always makes a note of kind of setting aside when we're going to do with that. And sometimes like we do a false start for it and then we cut that out. In fact, this might be cut out. Is this going to be cut out, Tim?
This won't be in the video.
This won't be in the video we're doing right now.
No, because people will have already turned off. I've got
Will
to keep
they?
the audience engagement high. So when we start this, you need to say the words, David Tennant is returning to Doctor Who.
Oh, no, this won't be in the short video. I mean, is this going to be in the main podcast?
Yes, it'll be in the main podcast, but
Yeah.
But when I start this timer for 8 minutes, you need to say, David Tennant is returning to Doctor Who as the 10th Doctor.
14th.
No, say 10th.
Why?
Because that will capture more people will be interested in that.
Okay.
And then you can and then I'll act bewildered, and then you can explain to me what's going on.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
David Tennant is returning to Doctor Who as the 10th Doctor?
That doesn't sound right at all, Harry.
Oh.
You must be on drugs or something.
You're right, I am wrong. He's actually playing the 14th Doctor.
That makes total and complete sense.
Yes. Okay.
I don't need this explaining to me at all.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, so sit your butt down.
It is down, boy!
According to rumours and leaks, David Tennant, who as we all know played the 10th Doctor between 2005 and 2010...
I didn't know that!
Did you not?
No, I didn't have a clue!
Why are you watching this video?
What video?
Oh, we're just talking?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's been cast as the next Doctor.
But Harry, you already said he was Doctor Who. How can he be Doctor Who again?
Well, I don't know. Listen, this is...
Read the article out
Yeah,
for us.
basically, a user claims that a source, which is the same source...
This is on Reddit.
I think it is on Reddit. No, it was on Facebook.
Oh.
A Facebook fan page. And they say the same person who leaked the casting of Sacha Dhawan as the Doctor's nemesis, the Master, leaked that the David Tennant is going to be playing the 14th Doctor. The next series of the show... just going to find it.
This will be edited out of the video.
Yeah. So basically, this is what's going on. It will not be a rehash of the 10th Doctor. It will be the 14th Doctor, a role which David Tennant will play for 3 specials, including the 60th, before a new 15th Doctor is recast.
Why?
Because nostalgia baiting, I guess. I don't believe this rumour, because the reason that they give here in this article as a theory is that it's to boost ratings, which have obviously been on a little bit of a decline.
Yeah.
However, I don't think Russell gives a hootenanny about what will get ratings.
Yeah.
He cares about what will be good television and compelling storytelling. And yeah, Russell's a guy who isn't just trying to like go after fads or nostalgia. He cares about what's like best for the show.
Yeah.
And I don't think in Russell's mind casting David Tennant as the Doctor again is what anyone's interested in.
I don't necessarily. I think they're both screwed on enough to know as well that that's not really what fans want to see. Because so you have Tennant as the 10th Doctor, you have him as the human hybrid of the 10th Doctor,
Yeah.
and then you're going to have him as the 14th Doctor. That doesn't feel right.
No.
And what costume would he wear? Then wouldn't it be right?
That's the thing.
It'd be a whole different performance.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if they're saying he's not the 10th Doctor, he's the 14th Doctor, so does that mean that people wouldn't want to see David Tennant return and not play the 10th Doctor? If
they
David
may
Tennant
as well watch him in a different program.
Yeah, if David Tennant was returning to our screens, we'd want to see him as in Doctor Who. We'd want to see him as the 10th Doctor. We wouldn't want to see the 14th Doctor. We wouldn't want to see him return as like John Smith. You know.
Do you think there is a possibility then? Because I've also read up on this, and there's 2 follow-up things. One of them is one that I thought of, which is that do you think there is a possibility that David will accompany a new 14th Doctor in the 60th anniversary special?
I think it's very likely if the 60th is a crossover episode of Doctors, which it probably will be. I think it is very, very likely that David Tennant will come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least, very. I feel like that's something Russell wants to do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like why wouldn't he want to bring back David Tennant?
Exactly. Yeah.
And also the other thing I've read is since then is that there's been cross wires, and that what actually could be happening in the 60th is that David and Cathrine are coming back.
Okay.
Or the specials from what you said, there's going to be 3 specials that David and Cathrine could appear in one of those specials.
All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So the 60th, would only one of those specials be the 60th then?
I don't know. I've just read that it could be 3 specials.
Okay. I find it very weird though that we'd have 3 specials this year and then 3...
Not this year, next year.
No, but we do have 3 specials this year.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
because we have either the Daleks, the Sea Monsters, and the Centenary.
Not Sea Monsters. The Sea Devils.
Sea Devils,
yeah.
my mistake. and Centenary. I find it weird to have 3 specials this year. I don't know, another 3 specials this year.
Yeah.
I'd honestly rather have just one big 60th.
I feel that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I no one anywhere has said anything about there being additional specials in 2023.
Yeah, I don't know where these rumors.
My understanding is we're going to do according to the press release, and I don't know why the press release would need to, lie or cover this up. They're doing the 60th and then Series 14.
Yeah.
And there's been no hint of anything to suggest otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, I just find it very weird.
I think that there is a really strong possibility now more than ever that David will return.
Yeah, and I feel like if he returns this time, it will be the last time we see him as the Doctor.
Yeah, mainly because Russell's returning, Phil's returning, Julie's returning, Jane Tranter's returning, so why would David not return? Or even Chris?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
If there's a chance for Chris to return, because he said the thing that he would want is an apology from Julie.
Or from the BBC is what he said.
Julie, Phil, Russell, the BBC.
Yeah.
They're in a stronger position than ever to organise some sort of statement or apology for Chris's departure.
Can you imagine though, right, if one day we're all just sat here in our firm bleeps and it's an apology from the BBC to Christopher Eccleston, you know why that apology's being published.
Yeah, because you know that Chris will have sat down with Chris, Julie and Phil and he said, right, I'll return if you organise this for me.
And then they have to do that because that's a public thing.
Yeah, and then everyone would know what that means.
That'd be good. I'd be so excited.
No one would ever be more hype for a broadcaster releasing a statement apologising for their treatment of an actor.
Than us. Okay, so Tennant does return, right? Yeah. How do you think he would be solo? Do you think he would be accompanied by someone? I don't feel it would be Rose.
No, I don't.
Donna makes good sense.
Yeah, it would be weird though if what if the 60th was just another 10th Doctor story?
I thought this
because I think there is a possibility that 60th won't have the 14th Doctor.
Yeah, what if it is just here's a story from the 11th Doctor you never saw before? Yeah, or something like that. It's just a cool throwaway story for an hour,
almost like a 5 Doctors type thing. Yeah, where it's like. This could take place at a variety of times.
Exactly right.
With a variety of Doctors.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
I think they should do something like that.
I think it'd be fun to do.
And then you could maybe introduce the 14th Doctor in that some way.
Yeah.
By
in a similar way to the No Sir All 13
Yeah,
thing
just kind of
tease
them at the end or something,
Yeah.
But I feel like having a new Doctor appear in the 60th is too much for that one character, and also underwhelming for fans. Yeah, fans want a multi-Doctor thing, so I feel by having that and then also introducing a new Doctor, that's great. But then you don't want to shy away. You don't want to take away the new actor. You don't want to overshadow them with people like Matt Smith and David Tennant.
Also, because that's a big thing for new actors, not to with the exceptions of maybe Tom Baker and Christopher Eccleston, most Doctors do take the actors take, at least one series or 1 year to get their feel for what they're doing in the role. I don't feel like David Tennant fully embodies what I identify as a 10th Doctor until Runaway Bride. I think he does.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, he does a really good performance in Series 2, but it's clear he's not completely found what the 10th Doctor is until that moment in Runaway Bride, which I mentioned is the production cycle for that series.
Yeah, so I agree, but yeah, cool. Don't think it's happening though. No. I think we'll see him again.
We will see him.
I would be very surprised if David Tennant does not return under Russell T Davies.
Yeah. I mean, if he's doing Big Finish, a lot of Big Finish, why wouldn't he then do the main show?
Yeah, it's not like it's a role he's bored of.
No, he clearly loves Doctor Who. He loves playing the role. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So that's pretty much all of our news.
That's all the news. How long have we been speaking for? It's a shorter episode than normal.
Yeah, but not a bad one.
No, I feel it was good news.
I feel like we've had a good energy this week. Good for us. This is.
Anything you want to plug? Any recommendations?
Oh, we're doing recommendations.
Yeah, why not?
I would like to recommend something. It's I know I'm probably a bit late to the party on this because of how we release these things. And I know I don't want to be the guy who recommends the hot new thing every week. But have you seen the new Netflix film Don't Look Up?
That's with Leo, isn't it?
It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. It's made by Adam McKay, who made films like The Big Short and Vice, and he produces Succession. It's really, really good.
Cool.
It might be my favourite film by McKay so far. It's really funny. It says a lot about the world. It's got this very cool kind of tone, this very heightened reality. I love it. I think it's really funny. I don't know if it's something for everyone, because I know some people have had mixed reactions to it.
I've read some stuff about the editing, but that's it.
I didn't notice the editing, but I'm not much.
How can you not notice editing, Harry?
Well, I think
you don't notice the editing. You're not watching the show. The whole show.
Actually, honestly,
the show's built within the editing.
I think it's cut together really well. Ow! 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 All right, that's it, buddy.
Ooh. I like the fact you turned into Michael Jackson when I was slapping you there. Ow!
me and Tim, we have little Three Stooges style slapstick moments. Alright, buddy, that's it. Put him up here, Buster.
That's one of my favourite running gags in The Simpsons is where someone gets slapped and they do a curly when they go. I don't know why, it's just so funny. So, yeah, you're recommending that?
Yeah, it's really great. Really
I'm going to recommend. Friggin' Nora. I'm going to recommend.
Tim, does your foot hurt?
No.
You banged it on a metal thing.
I'm going to recommend every Friday from 12 till 1 on Jam Radio, Feel Good Friday with Ben and Tim.
Well, who are Ben and Tim?
Ben and Tim are me and my friend Ben, and we do a student radio show on a Friday called Feel Good Friday.
And you have to be a student to listen to that?
No, you can be anybody. You can be an ordinary fucker.
So even me?
Even you can watch
an ordinary fucker like me can watch Ben and Tim. Listen to Ben and Tim.
Harry, do you have an Alexa?
No.
Just say yeah.
Sure I do.
Well, all you've got to do is say the following. Alexa, play Jam Radio Hull.
I didn't find anything called Hull that can play music. To play it on your speaker, use the device name and set up multi-room music in the Alexa.
We'll try that again.
Take two.
Alexa, play Jam Radio Hull.
Jam Radio Hull from TuneIn.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, so do that. Just ask Alexa, maybe twice, to play that radio station, Jam Radio Hull, and she will. Harry, you might be asking, what if I don't have an Alexa?
What if I don't have an Alexa, Tim?
Well, if you go onto Instagram and you put in Jam Radio Hull, there is a link in the bio, and you can click that link and it will play through your laptop or mobile device.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
12 to 1, we play all the lovely music.
Yeah, that's great.
Apart from last week when we had to do a little thing about Meatloaf, that was sad.
Yeah.
We didn't want to open the show with that. Our first ever Feel Good Friday show with a death. So we left it till the half-hour mark.
Yeah, to talk about it.
And then we played, I would do
anything for love,
but I won't do that.
Did you ever see Spice World?
No, he's in it. He's the bus driver.
He's the bus driver for Spice Girls in Meatloaf. Meatloaf is the bus driver for the Spice Girls in the movie Spice World, and it's great.
Oh, sorry, can I just say before we go on any further, if you can't listen to it live, they're also available on Spotify. Feel Good Friday.
Cool.
But all the music's cut out, so it's just talking.
Okay.
But you get the same vibe. Go on.
You can just put the songs in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we move on to the watch-along segment, Tim?
Do you want to talk about Spice World just then?
I mean, I always want to talk about Spice World.
What does Meatloaf do in that movie?
He's the bus driver for the Spice Girls.
Does he have any funny lines?
There is a bit where someone asks him to do something for the Spice Girls, and he says, "Look, I love those girls. I do anything for them, but I won't do that." And it's that sets the tone for Spice World. Watch Spice World.
Right on.
Honestly, you won't regret it.
Should we go into the watch along?
Yeah, but I feel good about this podcast. I feel like this was quite a success, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost as big a success as the creation of the iconic Doctor Who monster, the Daleks. That was a real success of the Daleks, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim's got his face in his palms. That shows that I'm doing my job well.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut it down, pop up!
Watch
the point in having you all?
That was a new segment, wasn't it, Tim?
It was.
It was a new segment.
It was the news segment, and normally I do the intro for the watch along, but I decided I wasn't going to this week, and thought I'd just see how well you would handle. You didn't know what to do, did you?
I just didn't know what to do.
Harry, we're back. We're doing the watch along stuff. Here we go, episode 3, series 5. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Mortram. I'm Quiffle Ron Mortram. Remember Ron and Mortram?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Remember that? What a time.
We're doing another episode. What's this episode called, Harold?
Success of the Daleks by Mark.
Instigators. He's back. He's better than ever. His episodes are always really good. Very excited when his name appeared. Harry, what did you think of this episode?
I enjoyed it. However, I don't know, it's weird. The focus of this episode is very different to what I remember it being.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Like, for me, at first I thought it was weirdly paced, but I don't think so. I think literally just my memory of the episode is very different. I remember the opening bit with the Ironsides and all that taking up half of the episode at least. But that's really 10 minutes, and then the Daleks are the predominant threat for most of the episode, which was not how I remembered it at all.
So I'll tell you what I like about this episode, Harry.
But why are you poking me, Tim? Why are you poking me?
Jesus Christ! That the story's got the word Dalek in the title, and the Daleks play a good part in the story.
Is this you having saying something about a different episode, Tim?
Oh, and also what I want to say is that the pre-title sequence
in the war room,
yeah, and they push a little figure of a Dalek forward, and we're all meant to go, oh, the Daleks, but we know that because the episode's called Triumph of the Daleks. So
Success of the Daleks.
Sorry, Success of the Dalek. So we know that.
Yeah. And also, we saw the teaser last week's episode. Yeah.
Talking of the teaser, why is everyone surprised when the Doctor turns up?
Because it's been a month.
But they know he's coming.
Yeah, but he came a month late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I don't buy that, but...
Well,
this is the TARDIS appears. Surely you got to know it's the Doctor.
I guess.
Yeah.
But they weren't expecting him then. If I turned up at your front door and you weren't expecting me, you'd still be surprised to see me, even if you know who I am.
I'm always surprised to see you.
You pick me up.
I always go, oh, jeez. Winston Churchill's good.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about, that kind of when it comes to these historical figures...
They always cast them really well.
Yeah, and they always pretty much nail it. They always get a very quintessential portrayal. Even if it's not, it's still a very good portrayal of the character, which... Being a sci-fi show with a lot going on, it would be very easy for that to be something that falls to the wayside, but it isn't. They always get it bang on.
Brian Minchin.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good. He's done a lot of Big Finish, hasn't he, as Churchill?
I was going to say, I think he's done Winston Churchill himself?
No, he's done it as
Churchill.
Wait,
no, hold on. Oh, no, he wasn't played... I'm trying to find out who he was played by. Hang on, give me a minute. I'll get there. You talk. You do a little bit of talking. Don't do that. Ian McNally.
Yeah, that's it. Ian McNally.
Not McNally. McNeese?
Ian McNeely?
M-C...
Can I just look at it? McNeese.
Yeah.
It's McNeese.
He's in something else as well.
Yes, actors do that, Tim. They're in more than one thing.
But I recognise him from another thing, but I can't remember. I've seen him in something else quite recently. Yeah, he has done some Big Finish stuff, yeah.
Yeah. He's good. He's very good. I actually realised Moffat's basically doing his own version of
Doc Martin. I've seen him in Doc Martin.
Oh, it is in the shoes.
Yeah.
You've seen him in some Doc Martin shoes. You look good.
Yeah.
But I was saying, Steve, he's seeming to be basically doing his own version of Series 1 of Series 5. He had the first episode, present day, written by him. Second episode, in the future, written by him. Third episode, in the past, written by Mark. It's basically he's doing his own version of Series 1, which I guess is just because it's a tried, tested, true formula who works, I guess. But, yeah.
So in Big Finish, Winston Churchill's met the Third Doctor, the Seventh Doctor, the Eighth Doctor, possibly the Ninth Doctor, the Fourth Doctor. Yeah, that's it.
But in TV, he's only met the 11th Doctor, hasn't he?
I think he comes back for a cameo, but it's also an 11th Doctor episode.
Yeah.
This isn't the last we see of him.
No, we see him in, I think, the wedding.
Let's Kill Hitler. Just for a laugh, the Doctor picks them both up. And he's like, just want to see what's going to happen here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he actually appears in The Wedding of River Song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they do answer it, but before we get to why do you do this?
Sorry, I fiddle. I keep fiddling with the foam. I'll stop.
Okay. Nobody ever remembers the Daleks, even when there isn't a reason for them not to remember the Daleks.
Yeah.
Example, Eve of the Daleks, when John Bishop says, "What's a Dalek?" Do you not remember last year when they were outside Downing Street, John? Do you not remember John Bishop?
You didn't learn what his name was.
But you must have recognised what they looked like.
I guess. I mean, I know they were different types of Daleks, weren't they?
Yeah, but they didn't look totally different.
Speaking of totally different Daleks,
we'll get to that. I like how the Daleks are hidden from view at the very start. Like you just see
the laser.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. But one thing I didn't really get is the Doctor. The Doctor gets mad so quick.
Because he hates the Daleks.
I didn't feel a connection to that.
What do you mean?
Like when he was,
it's already established.
Like when he was kicking that Dalek and going mental at it, I was sort of just like watching it. I wasn't excited by it. I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, I guess I know. Were you expecting it to be more like? I mean, maybe that was the issue I had because you think of a story like
this would have been a good two-parter.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think like if the up to the Daleks revealing their plan had been? See, that's what I felt, and I feel like. Have you ever seen the Troughton story, Evil of the Dalek?
No.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was Troughton's very first story. Was a Dalek story.
Okay.
And it's got a very similar premise where there's this planet, and they're working with the Daleks, and they keep saying, "I am your servant," but actually the Daleks have an actual plan and they're putting on an act.
Yeah.
So it's basically exactly the same, and I'm guessing that's what Mark took inspiration from for this episode. But obviously, classic Who, they have much more time to flesh that out.
Yeah.
And I feel like perhaps I don't think it needed to be quite as long as that story because I felt that story was a bit too long. But yeah, I feel like just a bit more time to establish the human Dalek relationship because I did feel that it was it went a little too fast to revealing the Daleks' plan.
Yeah. I like the retro look at the Daleks though, especially when they're in the war rooms.
Yeah, the iron size
looks really
design.
good. Yeah.
It looks kind of, they've made the Daleks a distinctly kind of 60s sci-fi thing look of the war era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like how the Doctor instantly regrets beating the crap out of that Dalek. Because as soon as he does it, the Dalek goes, "Oh yeah, I am a Dalek," and then goes back to.
And that's when the Doctor knew he done fucked up.
Yeah, the Bronze Daleks.
Yeah, we see one of them. There's only one Bronze Dalek.
But it reminds you how good they look.
Do you really like the Bronze? Because
the only redesign of the Daleks we've had that I've enjoyed was the whatever the last Christmas one was, last New Year's.
Yeah.
I thought the blue sort of black look, that looks really good. But it's just a shame we're never going to see them again because
they all got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's weird. Do you think they'll ever just redesign the main Dalek at this point? Or do you think they're just going to stick with the bronze ones now? Because they've had the bronze ones.
Stick with it.
I don't know. I flip between it because sometimes if I've not seen him for a while, I see him, I'm like, yeah, this is a great design. But then there's sometimes, especially during the Russell era, where I felt a bit. I mean, I guess it's fine for Russell era, but I guess now.
Yeah. They seem to be brighter in colour now.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think maybe if they.
I don't think it's just the cameras being brighter.
Maybe if they went slightly gold rather than bronze, that'd be cool.
Gold? I'm not sure. I feel like it'd be too bright though, wouldn't it?
Alright, screw you then. The Doctor holds up a biscuit. Let's talk about that.
The Jammy Dodger?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that? Because that's quite a shift from the Doctor being super mad to suddenly toying with him with a Jammy Dodger.
That's like a massive Moffat thing, isn't it? Like, I know he wrote Time Crash where he's like, the Doctor can save the world with a kettle and a piece of string, and look at me, I'm wearing a vegetable. And now it's like, he's going to kill the Daleks with a Jammy Dodger. And the Doctor, he's fighting Robin Hood, but he's got a spoon. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel like it's too silly?
It's too, yeah.
Yeah? But Doctor Who's always been a bit silly in camp.
Oh, I'll keep it in then.
I'm just saying, like, you seem you really enjoy episodes like New Earth, which is very
Okay, maybe I didn't like it because of what you just said. He went from instantly angry to then being daft.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's what I've had. We're going to talk about it in a minute. The same problem I had with last week's episode with Amy is the character motivation is just suddenly at right angles all of a sudden, like from scene to scene.
I mean, I guess my interpretation of that was the thing that was angering the Doctor was the Daleks' kind of defiance of what he understood, and that they were really kind of he felt they were toying with him by claiming they were his soldier. It was something he couldn't comprehend, and that was what was angering him. And when he understood and had that clarity, he was able to calm down. I mean, maybe if there'd been a bit more time to establish that, you wouldn't have felt that. I think that really is just then a pacing thing. That just the first kind of act of this does feel a little rushed.
I saw a thing with Stephen. I think it's on the Doctor Who showrunner interview thing. You know, the fan show.
Oh yeah,
with Crystal D, where I think he says like he took his eye off the ball with the first half of this series. He was so focused on what came after Time and the Angels and the Pandora Opens that he thinks there was a few mistakes in this opening. One of those being the Skittle Daleks. And I wonder,
is that what he referred to them as?
That's what I call them.
I remember. What was your reaction, if you can remember?
I can't remember.
Because I remember me and my brother calling them Power Ranger Daleks.
Yes, that's very good.
Go Dalek Rangers, I think we said. Do you think it's a bad design?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're too big. They've got that weird hunch. Small, fighty little things. That's what I like. Also the voice. Like when it came on, it's like, yes,
I mean, imagine what it would have actually been like if these just were the Daleks throughout Moffat's era.
Oh, God. I mean, Stephen, I've seen the interviews with Stephen Moffat where he said, stop fiddling with the firm.
Sorry.
This is what I'm going to do next week, is I've got some wood and I'm going to staple them down to the wood so you can't peel them off.
Okay.
Yeah, okay?
Okay.
Say sorry to listeners.
Sorry, listeners.
Say sorry to this listener in particular.
Sorry, listener.
I like the Skittle Daleks. Actually, no, I don't. What am I on about? I don't like them at all.
No.
I saw an interview with Moffat where he says if you see them in person or if you see them on stage, they're good. But for some reason on the telly, they look crap.
Yeah. Do you think that's true?
Yes.
Have you seen them in person?
I imagine I have at some point, yeah.
I feel like I get what they're going for to make them this big, imposing thing. I think for me, it's just the colours are too bright and too bold.
It's the height. I don't like the height. I just
Do you
don't
not like the
shape. No, I feel like the fact that they're taller than the Doctor is kind of boring. The fact that they're smaller but yet more powerful and deadly is much more fun.
Okay.
Rather than making them these big, bold aliens.
Yeah.
Make them little fighty robots with little
I mean, it's the idea that because these Daleks that we see, they're meant to be kind of like the leader Daleks. Would there have then been regular Daleks that had a similar
I don't know,
style?
they shoot them,
and
don't they?
Yeah.
They kill all the weaker Daleks.
And these are the only Daleks we see then for the remainder of... Are these the only types of Daleks we see for the remainder of the series?
No, I think we see them in... Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, they are, yeah. We see them again in Pandora Opens.
Yeah.
Spitfires versus the Dalek ships, that's cool.
That's fun. It's very It's kind of like taking the inspiration from Star Wars and just being much more explicit with it.
Like dogfights.
Yeah, because obviously we know stuff like the Death Star fight is inspired by World War II dogfights, and it's kind of taking that and being much more literal with it.
Yeah, I do enjoy it, yeah. I really like that scene, because it just looks cool. It's something different, and I like it when Doctor Who does that. It put a Dalek in the war, and it put the war in the Dalek spaceship.
Yeah.
And it's like these two sort of... Mark Gatiss seems to do it a lot, where he'll take, like, British icons or certain things about Britain and, like, revamps them. So, like, the coronation of the Queen, that's a moment in history. But I mean, that's a moment in history. But what if it was run by aliens?
Yeah. You're right, Tim?
Yeah, go on. Say something.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, obviously, it's not something you can do all the time of the show, because I feel like if you only stuck to the most iconic moments of British history, it would get a bit tiring. I mean, in fact, this isn't the first time we've had World War II. I mean, do you think that, like, the events of The Empty Child, like, could be Tim? Oh, Tim's playing dead. It's very funny. It's a very funny visual gag for all you listeners. I'm sure you all chortled and hooted.
What was I doing?
You were doing this.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've thought that before when they've gone to World War II a couple of times. I always think, couldn't he just run into himself?
Yeah, I mean, like literally, like this takes place over like 2 days. Like theoretically, the events of the Empty Child could happen that night.
Yeah,
that...
I mean, the World War II is quite long. It wasn't a 2-night thing.
But like, I can imagine some kind of spin-off comic saying that they took place at the cell on the same night, can't you? You can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your question?
That was my question. Like, do you think that's a thing?
No.
Neither do I. But it's fun to imagine.
One thing I did notice, it's only taken us 5 seasons to ever talk about it, is the editing.
What about the editing?
I thought it was really well done.
Is it like the way it cut between the different rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really well done, and I was sort of like, pardon me, I've just had a load of water because I just choked on some breadcrumbs. But yeah, I thought it was really well done the way it was all sort of cut together. It worked really well, kept the energy going. But I know what you mean about the pacing, because there's certain points where I thought, okay, that's a good crescendo, and then we're going again.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the dogfight should have been the end, but then there's like quite
the
a
thing
bit
with
after.
the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, then there's like all that after.
Yeah, and then there's the epilogue to that as well.
Yeah. Why does Amy flirt with everybody?
That's what she do be like.
Because she's a feisty Scottish lassie. That's why.
Is that what you think?
She's a chick. She's a
Oh,
Scottish chick.
you know how much I hate the word chick, Tim. I thought you'd forgotten by this point.
I like the fact that the Doctor's victory speech doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole Murray goal
like,
scores going, and it's like,
you are a human. You were miserable. Your parents died.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work. And then Amy's like, "Hey, you know, sexy. Do you ever fancied a woman?" It's like, yeah, she's called
Karen Gillan.
Yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
It's a lot of these Series 5 episodes I've forgotten about.
Yeah.
I forgot what happens in a lot of them, but yeah, it was good fun.
It was a fun one. It was a solid episode of Docky Who.
Docky Who. No quiz questions.
Are they not?
I forgot to do some.
Oh. I'm gonna quiz you. Question number 1. What was the name of the White Dalek?
Did they have names?
Yeah, they had names. They had like jobs.
Catering?
No, you're wrong. You dumb poo poo brain man. Question number 2. Question number 2. Who played Churchill? You literally just looked it up and you can't look it up again.
Ian McNeice.
Ah, you dumb poo poo brain, silly dumb boy. No points. Question number 3. Question number 3. What was the Doctor so mad about, man? What was he so mad about? What's his damage?
Do you want to recommend anything, Harry? Got anything to recommend?
No, I'm kind of on the edge of conversation here.
I'm trying to think. There must have, because I haven't seen you since before Christmas.
Yeah, I should have seen more things, shouldn't I? Oh, I watched Lost Daughter, that Olivia Colman film. It's on Netflix.
Any good?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was. It was good.
What's it about?
Like Olivia Colman is like on holiday at the beach, and like she becomes
to the beach.
Yeah, and she like kind of befriends this other family who have like a kid, and then like there's keep being flashbacks to when Olivia Colman was younger and she had 2 kids. I'm not making it sound interesting. Like it's one of those like very.
What happens? Like, what's the premise?
Not much really happens.
Does a kid go missing?
No. I think maybe.
Did you just happen to find Olivia Colman's home videos and watch them? That's what it sounds like. Olivia Colman, she's on holiday.
It's a good film, but it's
she
like
makes friends
it's
on
a
holiday.
character piece. It's hard to explain the premise. Yeah.
I'm gonna recommend The Masked Singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and my mum watch it. It's
Who
good.
are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Who's that behind the mask?
Who are you behind the mask? Take the mask off. Let me see. Take it off. I always find it funny when they chant "Take it off, take it off."
Yeah, I do.
Take it off.
I like it. It's
Take
good
it
family
off.
viewing, and me and my mum, we have notes, and we make notes on it, and
Yeah.
Like really get into it.
Who do you think's Donuts?
They're the only one we don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. They weren't a very good singer, were they?
I can't remember. I
They
don't
were a
think
really
so,
bad
yeah.
singer.
Yeah, I do like it though. It's good. I was talking to someone about it because they went, "That looks awful." I said, "Well, it's not great, but it's just it's somewhat fun to watch." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just passes over you.
Mm.
It's not like Mrs. Brown's Boys, which are literally you could dribble.
Ooh, just remember The Apprentice has come back tonight.
How did I remind you of that?
Just because we were talking about TV, and I'm
I've
excited.
never really watched The Apprentice.
It's good. It's really fun. It's been like this is the first series of Apprentice for like a good couple of years because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm excited
The
for it.
what?
The pandemic. Pandemic.
Nah,
No.
never heard of it.
Oh.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. This was
This is our third recording today, so
Yeah.
you might be able to tell.
every 3 episodes. It's gonna just slowly crash and then back up all of a sudden.
Yeah, I feel like we
And
kind
then
of we can't. 3 episodes is our absolute limit for recording in a day.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Except for the one time when we did Turn Left.
End of the world.
Well,
World's End. No.
Journey's
End of
End.
Town.
No, the one in between them. Stolen Earth and Journey's End.
Yes.
Because that was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to thank our listeners for anything? Maybe just be grateful for once in your damn life.
Thank you for being you.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party,
I don't know this song.
we invited everyone.
I'd
you
join in if I knew,
knew.
believe me.
And you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Theme tune to Golden Girls. I thought I'd sing it in memory of Betty White, who, by the time this goes out, died a month ago.
Well, it's really been a month.
Yeah,
That's
about
fine.
that. Well, this comes out in 2 weeks, and she died about a week ago.
Yeah.
So she died just before Christmas, I
Yeah.
would say.
She had a good run, to be
She
fair.
would have been 100, I think, the week this comes out.
Yeah, wow.
Mental. Anyway, what somber notes to end this week's podcast on? Do a fart or something, and then we can wrap this up.
What? I can't just do it at will.
I wasn't going to ask you to do it at Will. I was going to ask you to do it at the microphone. Poor Will, he didn't need you farting at him.
You're very funny, Tim.
Make sure you subscribe to the official Bigger on the Inside podcast.